What's going on, you guys? It's your girl Tubbi of the Nerdy Bird site, theantidote.com. I have a very, very special guest joining me today.
Manjaro Hills Jr, better known as Manjaro Hills of the Pro Elite Boxing Club.
Thank you so much for taking the opportunity. As you guys can see, I literally had to catch him off the bag. That's how busy this man is. We'll start off with telling them where to follow you on social media.
You could catch me on Instagram at Manny_do, MANNY_DU. Or you can also catch me on Facebook at Manjaro Hills, MANJAROHILLS Jr.
You guys make sure you show him some love, follow, and support. Now, how long have you been into the boxing culture?
As long as I can remember. Like, and as far as involved, like, it's been in my family like since before I was born. Like, nice. That was like the family like hobby, and a lot of us did it. Like, you know, big fights would come together. That was almost like a family reunion. Anytime Tyson would fight or, you know, a big fight, you know, we always get together. But
so dope.
Yeah.
I can imagine. So everybody's like very, very competitive at home.
Oh yeah, big time, big time.
So at what point did you find yourself really taking it serious? Like, hey, mom, dad, it's not just a hobby. Like, I think this is for me.
Well, I actually started boxing when I was 8. I had my first amateur fight when I was 9.
Very nice.
Right. And I turned professional at 18. And I'm currently 22, so I've been professional for 4 years now.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And let's kind of talk about that transition. Going into that professional hat, what are some of the things that you had to do within your game and your technique to really perfect yourself?
Well, of course, you take your headgear off. Like, we wear a head guard in amateurs. Well, we used to. And smaller gloves. It's in more conditioning because you go more rounds. That's the bulk. That's
little tedious things.
Yeah, that's the main things, but it's a lot. It's really a lot, like too much to even. Well, more. The training got to pick up a lot more. Like, gotcha. Instead of just training for a specific tournament or show, you go into a camp. You know, a month's worth of camp. Yeah.
Just for all out everything to make sure you're good. But what do you think, from amateur to professional? Do you find that it's a quicker pace or harder hits?
Definitely harder hits.
Okay. But
slower pace.
Gotcha.
It's better. Well, it's better for me.
Gotcha. More power, less speed. So it gives you an opportunity to really gauge in and kind of control.
You got more time. You got more rounds, so you got more time. Everything's not so, you know,
quick-witted, fast-paced.
Right.
I like the fact that you're able to slow things down when you're able to do that with your mind. Transitioning, what is something that you are looking to accomplish coming into 2020?
2020, I would hope to fight at least like 6 times.
Nice.
Yeah. It's been like in between with managerial issues. A lot of guys been asking me. I know the Antidote actually. Somebody actually contacted me from the Antidote about you know, when was going to be my next fight. And I was during that time I was actually going through managerial things, and it kind of slowed me down. I didn't fight as much. But
gotcha.
By the grace of God, I'm young, so I can actually.
Keep moving and growing.
So this coming year, you guys be ready.
Look, we're gonna be there. We're excited. Now let's kind of talk about your weight class right now. You're kind of in between.
Yeah, I originally fought when I turned pro. I fought at 160. That's middleweight. Flat. Right. That's middleweight. So right now I'm in between, like anything from 160 to 168. I can fight it. 168 is actually super middle, so I could take super middle too.
Nice. What do you prefer? If you have a preference, what do you prefer?
I know you can't hold the belt in between. You either got to be 160 or 168, but I love fighting in that in between range. I feel so strong, also quick. So
nice. You never know. You might be able to kind of redefine what we're doing here.
Right.
Now, one of your last fights, we'll kind of harness in on. I saw that it was a draw. Let's kind of talk about that experience.
Well, that whole fight was it was a crazy situation. Like the day before, I actually was hospitalized. The day before the fight, I was.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, weight issue. Well, it wasn't issues. I actually got really dehydrated and things like that, and I actually had to gain a tremendous amount of weight through IVs. They put like 4 IVs in me. I was hurting real bad. My kidneys were took a real beating, and I was
had to fight through it.
Yeah, and I also knocked the guy down.
Very nice.
And they took a point from him. So it's, technically it should have been no way it was a draw or a win for him, but it still was. It was his hometown. So
things that we can expect. But with that aside, what are some things that you felt like personally you could have done a little bit better, even with the health scare and fighting through that? And I commend you for that, because that's not an easy feat. Like if you guys have ever had like kidney stones or something, like that pain, man, and to be like taking blows in that area, you a beast already. But in all seriousness, what are some of the things that you felt like walking out of the ring you could have done better that night?
When I had him hurt, I felt like I should have closed the show. Gotcha. I should have knocked him out. I had him hurt multiple times. I could have took advantage of that. But also,
I want to ask too, knowing that you didn't necessarily take the opportunity to go ahead on and close it out, is there something that you're gearing to make sure you do in the upcoming fights?
No, 2020, you're not making it. If
he said no mistakes.
You're not making it. You're not.
He said no mistake. It's all the way out of the gate.
Yeah, you're going to sleep.
Now, what is your training schedule like right now? How often are you actually in the gloves versus weights and cardio?
I got a morning session, afternoon, and night, like right now session. Usually 2 boxing sessions, which is usually morning and evening. Okay. And the middle is usually miscellaneous.
Okay. So what's your favorite? If you had to say your favorite part of coming in, whether it's your warm up, whether it's actually getting in and sparring, whether it's on sparring. See, look, we the same. Give me some gloves. Let's go.
Since I've been a kid, that's been my favorite. If I could come in and just spar, I'll do it.
And I love your energy, knowing that you were able to accomplish so much at such a young age, knowing that there are little boys and little girls out here that are looking up to you and wanting to accomplish some of the things that you have. What's some advice that you can give to the youth in regards to actually getting into boxing and staying put?
First, you gotta, I always say I put God first, but I also don't ever let nobody tell you what you can't do. You can't ever let nobody tell you what you can't do. Also, nothing comes easy, especially in something like this. Nothing comes easy. I took my fair share of losses, but it's not a loss. I don't consider them losses. I learned every time. As long as you're learning, you can't consider it a loss. You always want to go up. You always got to be working. You always got to be, in the mix. You want to keep your name relevant.
Very nice, you guys. Make sure you tap in and harness in on some of that great advice. Nobody can stop you but you, okay?
Right.
Now, with all of the things that are coming in, the new weight class, knowing that you're kind of teetering in that in-between session right now, 2020, we're growing. So are you looking to pick one and stay there, or you just like, now
I'm thinking about going back up. I'm thinking about 60. I'm
Now, is that your choice, or is coach behind you like, come on? Like this
both,
is what
a bit of both.
I can see that. That. Now, 2019, how many fights did you total out, if you can recall?
19. It was one because of the
just that one. And then you had to go through all that stuff. What was the training session like building up to that particular fight?
Well, that fight, it was kind of short notice. Well, shorter than we would have liked. So I cut my weight. It's usually like my training camp got
real packed.
You're right, compacted into like a month and a half. So I had to push a lot of stuff. So I ended up losing my weight a lot faster than what I usually would, man. And that kind of altered things, but yeah, it kind of pushed stuff together.
It seems like you're feeling better connecting now, and even listening to you talk about that previous fight and all the preparation and then the things that you had to overcome and all of the goals and aspirations that you have for 2019. Who's supporting you outside of the gym, making sure you stay grounded?
My dad.
Nice, Dad.
Number one. And my dad is my coach, inside and outside the ring.
See, but I want to know. Everybody wants to know, Momagers and Dadagers. Is he like really, really cool outside of boxing, or is he like boxing dad all the time?
Well, see, you with the second one.
Cause some people are like, Dad, I'm not right now.
My dad's type of person. He try to revert everything into boxing.
Gotcha.
Like any analogy, he try to revert it back to boxing. We could be watching a basketball game. He revert that back to boxing. He that type of person.
Eating dinner.
Right.
I think that's cool though.
Yeah, it is. It could be a.
Oh, I know. we know. But we appreciate you, Dad, because I'm sure, like you said, just starting early and having that embodiment at home and that experience, it really is driving you towards your goals and your dreams.
Big time.
And I think it's a wonderful thing that you're able to really harness in and lock into your passion and then do that with your father.
Right.
So how was that experience?
It's actually, it's really cool, because over the years you've grown into seeing why. Like as a kid, it was like, oh man, this guy won't get off my back. You know what I'm saying? He's always on me. But when you grow up and become a man, a young man, you know, you see why, you know,
right.
and you respect, and that annoyance kind of turns into respect and love, you know, like, so it's nobody I'd rather be there with.
Y'all hear that, huh? Your parents not out here just trying to get on your top for no reason.
There's a method behind the madness.
It's good intentions behind it for sure. Now, I want to ask this because I know that you are in a gym setting. You do get an opportunity not only to spar, but to work with some of the other boxers. And there are younger boxers in the gym with you. Do you see yourself training or kind of stepping into dad's coaching shoes at the end of it all?
No, it looks too stressful.
It's too stressful?
No, I don't have the patience, I don't think.
I don't know. I mean, you're definitely determined. I mean, anybody that leaves the hospital and goes straight into the ring, you know what I'm saying?
You never know. I never like to say never, but
he said it's open, but
yeah.
Well, if that not be the case, where are you looking to finish everything out? Once boxing is over, what is something you like to accomplish outside of the ring?
I want to open my own gym.
Nice.
Like I want to I got this thought about, you know, like franchising, like Planet Fitness wise, but making boxing more available to guys, to the average Joe. You know, it's not, you don't cruise around and see a lot of boxing gyms. So I want to make it, you know, like a boxing gym like Planet Fitness, you know.
That'll be very, very dope. Make sure you're patting that. Don't steal his idea, okay? I'm coming for you and I'm clocking you. We clocking you. And you see these hands, professionally certified. Don't play with it.
Right.
Is there anybody that you like to shout out or show love to?
Yeah, it's been a rough one, like a rough year. Last year, we lost 3, you know, fighters in Baton Rouge, Marcus Clay, Andre Knight, and Justin Thomas. You know, that was real hard. Those were real hard blows, and I really want to just say I dedicate everything I do from here on out to those guys.
That's love. That's love. And that makes every time that you step into that ring and put those gloves on and every hit you give and take that much more meaningful, powerful, and special.
Right.
You guys, I'll take this opportunity to say we got to stop all of the senseless violence, all of the nonsense.
Right.
People are really out here working to elevate their persons and their spiritual growth, and that's what we want to do. We want to continue to grow our communities.
Right.
And we can't do that if we're taking each other out of it.
Right.
So heart goes out to the families, but you do have somebody that's fighting and pressing on for you. And again, I commend you, one, for being so young, for being so studious in what it is that you're doing, for being so cultured and understanding what you want and moving forward in it. You're a great role model, not just for what you're doing, but how you carry yourself. You guys, take an opportunity. Make sure you lock in, you follow, show him some love. Make sure you stay tuned with all of his fights. Pull up on him. Very, very cool person. Very laid back to talk to, you guys. Show him some love.
Come on.
Tell him again where they can follow you on social media.
Like I said before, on Instagram, Manny_Du. That's MANNY_DU. And on Facebook, Manjaro Hills Jr. MANJAROHILLS Jr.
Yeah, I'm here with Junior. It's about to go up. He said he gonna let me get in the gloves. I might get some behind the scenes footage. But y'all hang tight and we'll let you know. I appreciate you so much for taking the opportunity to get here and talk to us. You guys tune in, like, subscribe, follow, share. Okay?
Right.
We are here for more exclusives courtesy of the antidote.com sports segment. It's your girl Tubbi, and we're signing out on Kickin' the Real.
All right.